All right, good morning, yogis. I hope you guys are having a really great start to your day and a great start to your morning. So earlier in the week on Monday, we really built a foundation for the week ahead and for our practice. And so we're just going to build a little bit upon that. We are going to get into the hips, open that area up, maybe from sitting a little bit, get into the back of the hamstrings if you've been working out a lot. So when you're ready, we'll go ahead and start in child's pose, any comfortable position for you. And if the low back is talking to you, then it's helpful if you have the knees as wide as your mat and the toes coming in towards one another. And then you can soften your heart between the thighs. If everything feels good, then I would suggest having the knees, the ankles, and the toes together. And then you can either extend the arms out in front of you, bring the forehead down to the floor. You can rest the forehead on your palms, or you can have the arms draped along the sides of the body. That'll help with the shoulders. So find a spot that works for you this morning. And then as you arrive, feel the sit bones press back towards the heels. Maybe feel the back of the neck get a little bit longer. Can you pull the shoulder blades down towards the sit bones? Feel the tops of the shins pressing into the floor. And as you seal the lips, start to take a few breaths deeply in and out of the body, however feels comfortable. I just want you to feel the body starting to settle. Let go of the morning that you've come from. Let go of any afternoon plans. Truly be present in this time right now. And then when you're ready, we'll seal the lips. If the hands aren't extended out in front of you, let's go ahead and do so. Ground the palms into the floor. And then all together here to begin our practice, we'll take 3 breaths in through the nose and out of the mouth. So when you're ready, all together, inhale deeply. Feel the sides of the ribs expand. And then open the mouth, slowly sigh everything out. And we'll do that again. Big, deep inhale. Feel the back of the body lifting. And then as you exhale, slowly sigh all of that air out of the mouth. We'll do that one last time. Deeply inhaling. Keep pressing the palms into the floor. And then open the mouth, sigh everything out. And then let's seal the lips and start to bring your awareness to your breath, breathing in and out of the nose. Keep the lips sealed throughout your entire practice. That's going to help build heat within the body. When you're ready, inhale up to table pose. Stack the shoulders over the wrists, walk the knees under the hips. If the wrists are really tight, then it also helps to walk the hands out just a little bit so you have a little bit less pressure on the wrist joints. Wherever you end up, I want you to feel the weight in between the pointer finger and thumb. It's almost like you're trying to wrap the triceps forward. And as you slightly spread through the shoulder blades, I don't want it to be too much of an arch, but feel that slight spread. You don't want to dump the chest through the shoulders. Find that long line of energy through the spine. On your inhale, let's lift the heart up towards the ceiling, come into cow pose, and then exhale to round. Use the pelvis to move first and bring the chin towards the chest last. And then as you inhale, start with the pelvis, extend the tailbone back, reach the heart forward, gaze up towards the ceiling, and then exhale to round. You can keep this movement with the spine. If you want to start to bring any other movements, you can come into figure eights, maybe rolling the shoulders, rolling the hips. Take a couple of breaths here for yourself. And then once you find that movement in the spine and you feel the spine waking up, let's go ahead and find stillness here. Find your foundation with the palms and the knees. Take a big, deep breath here and a full breath out. And we're going to extend the right foot to the back of the room. Have the toes pointed down and you'll rotate your inner thigh up towards the ceiling. Make sure that the leg isn't too high. Try and keep the ankle in line with the heel. And we're going to automatically extend those left fingertips up. If that doesn't work, then keep the left palm down. But as you extend the fingertips forward, if that's possible, extend that right heel back.
Keep pressing into the right palm so you're not dumping the weight into the right shoulder or wrist. See if you can grow a little bit taller and longer through the fingertips and that right heel. Take one more breath in, hug the navel towards the spine, and then exhale to release, hand and knee come down. Right away into the opposite side, extend the left leg back, right fingertips forward like you're trying to shake someone's hand. As you reach the fingertips forward, reach that left heel back at the same time. Notice if you start to dump into that left shoulder, press into the left palm, lift through the back of the head and the back of the heart. Take another breath in to grow tall, and then exhale to release. So we're just going to add on a tiny bit here. Step the right foot back, hover the toes, extend the left fingertips forward like you're trying to shake someone's hand. Take an inhale to lengthen. As you exhale, we're going to bring the left arm out to the side and the right leg out to the side. Keep pressing into that right palm. Inhale to come back to center. We'll do that 2 more times. Exhale to open up. Inhale, come back to center. Extend the fingertips. Exhale to open. Pause here with the leg and the arm open. Press into that right palm. See if you can lift the right leg a little bit higher. Take one more breath in. And then bring the right knee back in. Release the palm and the knee. Extend the left leg back. Hover the toes off the floor. Right fingertips extend forward. Inhale to lengthen. As you exhale, open up to the side. Inhale, come back to center. Again, as you exhale, open up to the side. One last time. Inhale, come back to center, lengthen. Exhale, open up to the side, pause and hold. Keep pressing into that left palm. See if you can lift the left leg a little bit higher. One more breath in. Exhale to release. Let's go ahead and sit back onto the palm or onto the shins and shake out the wrists and the palms. You can even press the palms together if you would like, so you can open up into the middle of the hand, but shake it out, and then we're going to add on a little bit more. So as we ground the palms, we find our foundation once again. Feel the knees pressing into the floor and keep that core engaged. That's also going to help with the strength of the entire pose. It's not just the palms and the knees that are holding our weight, it's our entire body. So as you we'll start with the right foot, step the right foot back again, extend the left fingertips forward. Take a big inhale to lengthen. This time as you exhale, you're going to bring the elbow and the knee to touch, round the back. Inhale to lengthen. This time as you exhale, open up. Inhale to come back to center, lengthen. Exhale to round, elbow and knee come into center. Inhale to lengthen. Exhale, open up. Inhale, come back to center. Exhale, round. Pause here. Elbow comes towards the knee. Maybe bring the nose closer towards the knee. Lift the right knee up closer to the chest. One more breath in. And then exhale to release. Shake that right palm out. And then let's go ahead and step into the opposite side. Left toes hover. Extend the right fingertips forward. Inhale to lengthen. As you exhale, elbow and knee come in towards center. Inhale to lengthen, fingertips forward, heel back. As you exhale, open up to the side. Inhale, come back to center, lengthen. Exhale, elbow and knee touch, round the back. One last time, inhale to lengthen. Exhale to open up to the side, extend the fingertips and heel away. Inhale, come back to center. Exhale, round the back, elbow and knee touch. Pause here. Lift the left knee up a little bit higher. Round the neck a little bit so that the nose comes closer towards the knee. Take one more breath in, and then exhale to release. Sit back onto the heels, shake it out, close the eyes, find your breath here. Rest the palms on the tops of the thighs. Lift the heart up. Pull the shoulder blades together behind the back. We'll take 2 breaths here. Take one more breath in and a full breath out. I want you to roll over onto the hands and knees. Find your downward facing dog. So as you find your foundation for downward dog, again, rotate that weight in between the pointer finger and thumb. Typically, the best way to find your distance is to come into a plank pose first and then lift the hips. But if you want, you can walk it in a little bit shorter today and then bring the heart closer towards the front of the thighs. As you press the floor down and forward, see if you can stretch the carpet out in front of you, but lift the tailbone up as high as possible. It does help to put a little bend in the knees for this as well. Take one more full breath. I want you to come up onto the tippy toes. Inhale, bend the knees, look forward. With the right foot, step to the front of the mat. Inhale, bring the hands to the shins, have a flat back and the chin slightly tucked. Exhale to fold forward. Bend in the knees. Inhale to rise all the way up. Feel the palms touch overhead. Exhale, pull the hands down to the heart, finding mountain pose. Close the eyes. You can bring the hands to the sides of the body. Have the little bit of space in between the feet, like a fist distance between the heels, and then open the palms out forward. Lift through the back of the neck. Close the eyes or put a slight gaze into the eyes, and we'll take 2 breaths here in mountain pose. Blink the eyes open if they're closed. Inhale to sweep the arms up. Look at the palms as they touch. Exhale to lead with the heart dive over the thighs. Inhale, flat back, reach the crown forward. Exhale to forward fold. Bend the knees, step into plank pose. Take a big breath in and a full breath out. Take one more breath in, growing long in your plank. And then lift the hips, downward facing dog. Inhale to come up onto the tippy toes, lift the heels. Exhale, bend the knees, look forward, step forward with the left foot first, followed by the right. Inhale, flat back, reach the crown forward. Exhale, forward fold, heart towards the thighs. Bend in the knees, inhale to rise. Palms touch. Exhale, hands to the heart. Again, inhale, sweep the arms out and up. Palms touch overhead, grow really tall. Exhale, lead with the heart. Keep the legs as long as possible as you hinge forward. Inhale, flat back, crown reaches forward. Exhale, forward fold, step into plank pose. Pause in plank pose, press the floor away. Navel pulls to the back of the spine. Reach the heels back. Take a big breath in to grow long. Exhale to lift the hips, downward facing dog. As you inhale, come up onto the tippy toes, bend the knees, look forward, either hop or step to the top of the mat this time. Inhale, flat back, reach the crown of the head forward. Exhale to forward fold. Bend in the knees, inhale to rise all the way up. Palms touch. Exhale, hands to the heart. Take a big, deep breath in and a deep breath out. Hands come to the hips. I want you to step wide and face me. Have the right toes pointing forward, like you're pointing them towards the front of the mat or the front of the space where you're practicing. The heels are going to be, the feet are going to be on the same line of energy. You can walk that back foot out a little bit, but I want the toes pointed up. Put a bend in the knee. You're going to come down with that right hand and grab for the ankle. So the thumb is going to wrap towards the Achilles, and the forefingers are going to be on top of the front of the shin. And then start with the left hand at the hip. Rotate the bottom ribs, the right ribs up towards the ceiling. And then we'll inhale, left hand straight up. Keep pressing into that right foot. Feel the outer edge of the left foot sealed to the floor as well. And as you use the grip of the hand on the shin, if that feels too low, you can always walk it up. You can always bring the forearm to the thigh as well. And so wherever you are, feel the elbow pressing into the thigh and that right knee pressing back into the elbow. Take a big, deep breath in. You can keep that left hand where it is, or maybe wrap it behind the back. Open up through that left shoulder. Point the heart towards the ceiling. Take another full breath. Inhale to extend the left hand back up to the ceiling. Keep it there, or now rotate it forward. Have the thumb pointing up and the pinky down. Again, notice if you start to dump into that wrist, lift up and out of the heart. If you feel like you're collapsing into that right side, then lift up a little bit higher through the heart. Take another big breath in and a full breath out. I want you to come into warrior two, extend the fingertips away from one another. Still sink into that front knee. Gaze over the front middle finger. Big inhale to grow tall through the spine, and then an exhale to settle. Take one more breath here, opening the heart up even wider. Keep the legs exactly where they are. Press into the ball of the right foot, straighten through the leg. Inhale to hinge forward at the hips. Try and keep the torso straight. And then as you exhale, right hand comes down to the shin or the floor or your ankle. Wherever you are, rotate the right ribs back up. Left fingertips extend to the ceiling. Take a full cycle of breath here to settle. Notice if you want to favor the outside of the right foot, really press into the big toe mound of the right foot, that mound right behind the big toe. One more full breath. Look down, bend back into that right knee, come into warrior two, hands to the hips. And I want you to bring that left foot out, have the toes pointed out. Inhale to grow tall. As you exhale, bend at the knees, find goddess pose. Open the arms out to a cactus. Pull the shoulder blades together, lift the sternum up towards the chin, and then feel the back of the neck get long. So it helps to think about having the ears lift up instead of the head. So sometimes we end up, when I say grow tall through the back of the neck, sometimes we lift the chin. But if you think about the ears lifting, sometimes that's helpful to think about the back of the neck growing tall. Sit a little bit deeper in your pose, pull the shoulder blades together. One more full breath. Hands to the hips. Inhale to straighten. We're going to point the left toes to the back of the mat. Angle those right toes towards the back as well, towards that right corner. Then you'll sink into the front knee, open the chest out to the wide side. Bring that left hand down to the shin, wherever feels comfortable. So if it needs to be a little bit higher on this side, you can do so. Maybe it wraps down towards the ankle. Rotate the left ribs up. You can start with that right hand on the hip. And then feel the outer edge of that right foot sealed to the floor. Take a full breath here. And then when you're ready, let's add the hand. Reach the right hand up. And that's going to help you to get a little bit longer through this left side and open up through the chest. We don't want to dump everything here. So see if you can get light through the shoulders. Use the leverage of this right hand to help lift you up. Maybe gaze towards that right thumb. Take a big, deep breath here. And then let's wrap the hand around the body. Open up through that right shoulder. Keep pressing into both feet evenly. Tuck the left glute under the hip. Take another full breath. Inhale that arm straight back up to the ceiling. Keep it here, or you can rotate it now across the right ear. Thumb points up, pinky down. Feel now that line of energy along the right side of the torso. Keep the right foot sealed to the floor. Take another full breath. Engage the core. When you're ready, let's come up warrior two. Extend the fingertips away from one another. Reach the fingertips like you're trying to touch opposite walls, and then sink back into that front knee. This left glute is scooped underneath the sit bone, or the sit bone is wrapped underneath the hip, almost like you're trying to point that left butt cheek towards the right hamstring. And as you sink into the front knee, gaze over the left middle finger. Open up through the chest. Feel the collarbone moving away from the chin. Take one more full breath here. Straighten through that left leg. As you inhale, hinge forward at the hips. Exhale to bring the left hand down to the shin lightly, down to the ankle or to the floor. Right hand can extend up or you can keep it on the hip, whatever feels good for you. Again, left ribs rotate up. Keep pressing into the ball of both feet, especially that left big toe mound. One more full cycle. And then put a bend back in that knee. Look down at the floor. Inhale, rise back up, warrior two. Pivot the toes to where they're pointed out. Inhale to grow tall. Exhale, goddess pose. Pull the shoulder blades together behind the back. Open the arms out like a goalpost. Feel the knees pointing towards the pinky side toe. Take another full cycle here. Hands to the hips. Inhale to straighten through the legs. Take an inhale to grow tall. And then you're going to step back to the front of the mat. Inhale to reach the arms up. Gaze at the fingers as they touch. Exhale to hinge forward down over the thighs. Nice and gentle. Inhale, bring the hands to the shins. Flat back. Exhale to hinge forward. Bend the knees. Plant the palms. Step into your plank pose. Firm the core. Press into the palms. Rotate the weight in between the pointer finger and thumb. Reach the heels back. Take a big, deep breath in and a deep breath out. Take one more breath in to grow long. And then lift the hips as you exhale into downward facing dog. Heart comes closer to the thighs. Keep pressing the floor down and forward. Take 2 breaths. Soften the shoulders down the back. One more full cycle. On the next inhale, right leg is going to lift. Look forward. Plant the foot between the palms. Walk it towards that right thumb. And then reach the heart forward. Lower the left knee. Untuck the toes. Inhale to come up. Use that right knee to find your low lunge. Press into the ball of the right foot and sink forward so you feel a stretch in the front of this left hip. We're going to bring the hands behind the head. Inhale to grow tall through the spine. As you exhale, I want you to twist with the arms open towards that right knee. Pause here. Keep pressing into the ball of the right foot. Take another big, deep breath in and a full breath out. Inhale to come back to center. Exhale to sink into the pose. And then let's raise the arms. Take a big inhale. As you exhale, straighten through the right leg. Bring the hands down to the floor. Find half splits. Come onto the heel of the right foot. Press the ball of the right foot forward, but bring this left hip back at the same time. And then reach the heart towards the right toes. Tuck the chin. Grow tall through the spine, but keep the hips and shoulders level with one another. Take another full breath. And then we'll replant the foot, plant the palms, tuck the left toes, step back into plank pose, ground into the palms, firm the thighs and firm the core. Take another big breath in, and then use your exhale to pull the hips up into downward dog. Reach the hips as high as possible. Press the floor forward. Inhale to lift the left leg up. Look forward. Plant the foot behind the left thumb. Walk it forward just slightly, and then lower the right knee and untuck the toes. Use the left knee to come up. Press into the ball of the left foot and see if you can sink forward so you can feel a stretch in the front of that right hip. And then hands are going to come behind the head. See if you can interlace them in that awkward feeling way. Inhale to lift the sternum up. Keep the core engaged, pulling the shoulder blades together behind the back. As you exhale, twist towards that right knee. Keep the arms open. Keep lifting the spine up, growing tall through the ribs. Take another breath, maybe twist a little bit deeper, pulling the navel to the spine. Don't forget to smile. And then inhale, come back to center. Exhale to sink into that front hip. And then use the next inhale to extend the fingertips towards the ceiling. Exhale, hands come down, straighten through the left leg, come onto the heel of the left foot. Reach the heart forward. Make sure that you're pressing through the ball of that left foot, but at the same time, I want you to feel the hips in line with one another. Reach the heart forward, and then you can exhale to hinge wherever feels comfortable. Now think about the sternum moving closer towards the toes, not just dropping your chin down towards the shin. Take another full cycle of breath in and a big, deep breath out. One more round of breath here. And then we'll begin to walk forward, plant the foot, plant the palms, step back into plank pose. Reach the heels back, crown reaches forward. Last plank here. Take another full cycle of breath. And then I want you just to walk the toes back a little bit and then walk the palms forward just a tiny bit. Keep pressing into the palms, keep the body straight, and then walk the palms forward just a tiny bit and walk the toes back just a tiny bit. Take another full breath in, keep the core working, and then let's walk the toes back in, walk the hands back in. Make sure everything is in line. Keep walking them up until the wrists are under the shoulders. As you inhale, reach the heart forward, shoulders past the wrists. As you exhale, we're going to lower all the way down. Let the heart and the hips be the last to touch. As you inhale, keep the hands where they are. Hug the elbows close to the body, lift through the back of the head. Keep the chin tucked. Press the tops of the feet onto the floor. Take a big breath in to grow a little bit taller. And then exhale to release. Press into the palms, come back into child's pose. You can stack the palms to rest the forehead. Feel the heels press back toward, feel the sit bones, press back towards the heels. Soften the shoulders here. Take a few breaths. And keep the eyes closed. Come up to seated. Have the right leg crossed on top. And then I want you to continue crossing. So if you're really tight in the hips, then you can just stack the legs, or you can just come into this easy cross-legged position. If you have a little bit more flexibility, then start to stack the knees, finding cow face pose. And for a gentleman, it might be a little bit more difficult, so you can bring this left shin on top of the thigh if you need to. And then ladies, as you start to bring the legs closer together, you can lift up to tighten that squeeze between the legs. Make sure both sit bones are rooted onto the floor. Bring the arms out to a T. Bring the right elbow underneath the left back so the hands touch or the palms circle to touch. Elbows in line with the shoulders. Press the palms away. Close the eyes if they're not. Take a big inhale. And a full exhale. One more breath. And I want you to release the hands back out to a T. Right hand comes down. Bring that left arm over the left ear. Feel a stretch along the left side of the torso. Keep pressing the right palm into the floor. One more big breath in. And a full breath out. Inhale to come back to center. We'll switch sides. Be very gentle. You can even windshield wiper the knees from side to side. And then right knee is going to come onto the bottom, left knee on top. Maybe you notice a difference on this side of the body. The hips might be a little bit tighter or open on one side. Lift the sit bones up and then tighten that squeeze between the thighs. Arms out to a T. Left elbow underneath the right, this time backs of the hands touch, maybe the palms circle. Elbows are in line with the shoulders, press the palms away, soften the collarbone from the chin, keep lifting up through the sternum. Take a full cycle of breath here. As you inhale, unwind the arms out to a T. Left hand comes down, right arm shoots over the right ear. Relax the right shoulder, Keep pressing the left palm into the floor. Take a full cycle here. Inhale to come back to center. Uncross the legs, windshield wiper from side to side. And then find your comfortable, easy pose. Rock the sit bones from side to side so you can ground into the floor. Lift up through the heart. Bring the hands together in front of the heart. As you soften the eyes, close. And just come back to the awareness of your breath. This connection of your seat to the earth. And notice if you are connected to this space now. And we'll take one more full breath. And when you're ready, you can bring the thumbs to the forehead, blink the eyes open. Namaste. So I hope that you guys had a really good practice today and you got into the hips and the core, and just remember to drink a lot of water. The other thing to think about is we store a lot of old emotions in our hips, so you don't, be surprised, I should say, if you start to feel things throughout the day that might have been lingering or stored up over time. It's another reason why we need to really come to the mat so we can find our focus and our foundation each and every day. So as you go throughout your day today, can you be more present in each of your interactions? And can you really be in the moment instead of being in the past or in the future? Thanks so much for practicing with me this morning. I hope that you guys continue your practice, and I'll see you on the mat at 9 a.m. on Friday.